guess Chris goes on computer time too. All right, time being 7 o'clock, we will open the Conservation Commission meeting for January 29th. Take roll call. Richard, you want to start?
Richard Johnson's here.
Louis Pugas here.
Mark LePage.
Michael Ryan?
Roger Trahan.
Nicola Shermonti.
Matthew Stoltz.
All right. And with that, we'll open our first public hearing for 444 East Central Street. Gentlemen. So I think when we last left off, we had two discussion points around special conditions. So I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to go through, but we can talk about that, but your dime, so.
Yeah, there were, well, I guess for the record, Chris Frateroli,
Okay.
wetland scientist, Goddard Consulting, AJ Alavizos from the applicant. I think, aside from the things that we had talked about 2 weeks ago, there were only a couple of other little verbiage things that we had come up with since then. But I figure if it's okay with the commission, we start at the top and just take them as they come.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I think first up on the list was condition 20, and this was the discussion of biodegradable versus non-biodegradable erosion controls. And it sounded like you guys had copies of this little graphic that we prepared.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Everybody got a look at the, yep.
So the gist is, we're showing with this the breakout of erosion controls.
Do you have that?
I don't know if they were uploaded. Tyler, do you know if that was on the agenda links to just put up on the screen?
The next tab over should be the erosion
Oh.
plan.
Got a drawing?
That one.
All right, perfect.
So what we're showing here is the green is essentially the erosion controls that are protecting the resource areas. And then the orange around the perimeter is just kind of typical perimeter controls that are not protecting the stream or the BBW. So this is kind of what we're putting forward as a suggestion of a possible split between what would be biodegradable and what would not. So happy to entertain any discussion on that if the commission has. I think our only kind of note was limiting the requirement for biodegradable controls to just be as shown on
Resource
here.
areas. Yep. Any thoughts, comments?
I had asked, do you have the lineage?
Yeah, so down in the legend there, the green line, the biodegradable portion is about
Okay.
2750.
I see it now,
Yeah.
thank you.
I mean, I think this is a reasonable approach and compromise. Anybody see any significant issue?
I just
No.
had a question.
Sure.
The resource area, the replication,
Yep,
that's going to be in the lower right-hand corner.
correct.
So I noticed that you have the green biodegradable around that area. But however, is it to the bottom of the green or on top of the green?
The replication area, you mean? So the replication area is just above the green line there. There's a little, here, this is a better way to look at it. If I can zoom, you zoom in there. So the replication area is, yeah, right in there. Kind of between the erosion, the green erosion control line and that scalloped edge of the tree line there.
So, okay.
So to the right of that scalloped edge, there's, grading there to facilitate being able to establish the replication area. And then at the top of that slope is on the right side, the right property line, and the orange erosion control line.
So wouldn't it be beneficial to have the biodegradable in that area as well?
You do have it there, don't we?
It doesn't really protect a resource area in that stretch along where the cursor is now. It's up gradient, it's uphill of the resource area. So I think, with this scheme that we're kind of outlining here, I think it makes sense, but.
One additional thought that I was considering, and certainly you make a good point, but you look at where the non-biodegradable barriers are, it's around or against a butter's property lines, right? So we're thinking less replacement means less, you know,
Mhm.
potential impact on butters. But that's a, you know, a little bit of a different area there, to your point, but
There-
just,
Yeah.
so, you know, not a bad point.
And these erosion control barriers, whether they're biodegradable or not, they're both doing what they're supposed to do, which is minimize runoff, et cetera, et cetera.
And that was my question to you, is what is the barrier going to be in that area? Is it
So-
just gonna be a silt fence, or is it?
So no silt fence, it would just be the kind of tubular wattle or compost sock. There's a couple of different varieties that can be biodegradable. But something along those lines, not silt fence is not what we're talking about.
Okay. Thank you.
The orange will be silt fence though, right?
Oh, I thought we were talking about using just a wattle for those as well, but a non-biodegradable version. I think that's what the plan details show. That was my understanding. I thought silt fence had been struck from the plans entirely at an earlier stage here.
We didn't talk about it last meeting. We were talking about biodegradable and stuff that wasn't biodegradable.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. All right.
So could you clarify that then? It is going to be a wattle, or is it?
It's whatever the spec is on the plans.
It's a wattle, it's a tubular
Okay, yeah, he
barrier.
knows better than me.
Yeah, it is spec to be a
On
wattle
this,
or.
actually, the note on this does say silt fence for part of it. Oh, no, that's just, I'm sorry, this is construction stockpile. Okay.
Yeah, that's for a construction.
Yeah, so the construction stockpiles would have silt fences. The other ones are proposed tubular sediment barrier. So, okay. Is that what you guys are, that, I mean, it's.
That was what I had in mind, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
okay.
So when you say you had that in mind, that's in the plans?
Correct,
Right, okay,
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, good question. Anything else? Okay. So relatively speaking, everybody, no further issues with that? Okay. I mean, we'll condition it, we'll vote on the plan with conditions, but just before we get to that, just make sure if there are, anybody's got concerns, definitely want to talk about them.
Well, I'll just repeat, I think we talked about it last time, so we're changing our precedent a little bit here.
So it's interesting, you know, with, I would say this commission, right, dating back to, say, when Bricolage started, that's been consistently, I would say, our primary preference. And looking back, we made some exceptions with some residential stuff, and I think Franklin Heights, which preceded me, we may have done a compromise like this. So we actually, just in looking at it, you know, and this doesn't stay forever. I mean, this is a large-scale project where arguably, you know, we're protecting the resource, but doesn't mean we have to, right? That's why we're talking about it.
Right,
But I, you know, we did kind of check that out,
Okay,
because I get very worried about that. So, good anyway. Okay,
Good.
good.
all right, so we'll move on to the next.
Sure. For number 23, written conform.
Would I be able, sorry to interject real quick?
I'm sorry,
Could I
Nikolai.
just
Yeah, please.
show the condition that I drafted while you guys were discussing?
Oh, yeah, please.
Thank you. So I took special condition 20, I took that language, which is this, removed the biodegradable part and just stated that the applicant shall utilize and install erosion controls per plan titled Erosion Control Exhibit dated January 22nd, 2025.
26.
Yeah, that's
this plan?
this plan. Yeah, it's 2026 pre-collect.
Oh my goodness, you are right. Thank you.
We don't want to go
Okay.
back.
Don't want to go back. All right, please continue.
You need to see that again?
Yeah, can I just see the language one more time?
Yep, you sure can. You need me to read it? I don't know if you can see the TVs there.
I can, actually, if you don't highlight it, I can, it's easier. So
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, all I would, the only, change I'd like to try to have is, the option to do biodegradable in the orange areas, so could you add language to that
So-
effect?
Your plan is showing a hybrid model.
Yes, my plan is showing standard, and then in orange, and then biodegradable in green. Could you just add language that says, however, applicant may install all biodegradable ECB if, if he, at his discretion, at its discretion?
Yeah. I think that's even better. That sounds good.
We'll take more about it.
Thank you. No, it just gives me optionality, and when we gotta go bid this with, subcontractors, and if it's less expensive to go all biodegradable instead of a mix, then that's probably what we'll end up doing, so.
That's great,
Just gives me some flexibility, so thank you.
like that.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
Okay, we good on that?
Yep.
Beautiful. Next one was 23. We just wanted to add from the time construction begins as sort of a starting point for providing reports, because I don't think there's much of a need to do so before construction begins.
That seems, Regalai, that seems to make sense to me. Regalai, you've,
I was muted. Yes. I struck 23, 20, and I did not actually, but I brought it down here. So 20 is removed from standard special conditions, 23 is removed from standard special conditions. And I copy pasted the same language. Sorry, AJ, I won't highlight. And I put once construction begins. As a tangential comment to the commission, when we go through our bylaws, I would like to revamp the standard special condition language for this reason.
good idea.
Yeah.
Good. 27, this was the discussion on what constitutes a material change.
Yeah.
So we were thinking adding a phrase in there to the effect of, determined to be a material change by the conservation director.
Yep. I think that's what we were thinking too, right, Regalai?
I was just personally going to leave it since that.
Just
I mean,
leave
that's-
it. Just leave it. It's the same, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
it's accomplishing the exact same thing as it would have already.
It would have to
said.
be submitted to me anyways,
Yeah.
and I have administrative approval, so.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I think the last one of substance to discuss was 53 regarding the sort of triggers for inspection.
So,
Uh,
go ahead.
This was the discussion of quarter-inch, half-inch rain event, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so here's our thought, right, just look at it, EPA guidance, is we'd like to stick with a 1/4 inch. I know there was concern Carlton raised about weekends. EPA guidance really says you don't have to do it over the weekend, right? So 1/4 inch on a Friday, you don't have to do it till Monday. So no need for weekend inspections. You know, we'd like to set it up so we're doing every other week with Beta, and you guys are doing every other week. That way it's every week, but Beta's only doing it every other week, which is something we talked about. So that's what we would, actually, that's a recommendation, we gotta discuss it, but that was kind of a thought after just rereading EPA guidance. You know, go ahead.
I would say Beta or Hancock, just to,
Yeah.
I texted Beta, but Beta or Hancock, whoever is doing the stormwater inspection.
Can, Carlton, are you on? I think he's A&M, yeah, AMA meetings?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm on. What was the question? Sorry.
Were you able to hear what
Want me to
Mr. Chairman?
Repeat it?
LePage
Yeah, it
said?
sounds like they're just requesting that the contractor inspect them every other week and then the third-party inspector inspect them the other week.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good middle ground, as in you're not paying two people to do it every week. Yeah, no, I think that's a great compromise.
Okay,
go ahead.
thank you. Yep.
All right, good. What's that?
No, I'm checking.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
That sounds.
And then I think the only other thing is,
Actually, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Any comments on the stormwater inspections
No,
you guys
sounds good.
have? I mean, there's a discussion about it, just kind of making a proposal.
What's the rationale of quarter versus half?
So, you know, it's really kind of EPA guidance, right, which isn't set in stone, but
Oh, EPA says a
yeah,
quarter.
EPA recommends a quarter inch in every
Okay.
7 to 14 days, right? So we're getting 7, but we're not making it our consultant do it every 7. So
Yeah.
that was kind of the comment. So that just
Thank you.
seemed to go, yeah, 100% good question. So, you agree?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Okay, and then I think the only other thing is, there are a few places in 54 through the end that refer to a certificate of occupancy as sort of a milestone. And I think I kind of mentioned this last time, but maybe didn't make it clear, that there will be several certificates of occupancy throughout this process for different buildings, and then a final CO. So we just wanted to be specific about which or when. I think final certificate of occupancy would make the most sense for what we're trying to accomplish here, because that's, you know, effectively the end of large-scale construction.
So the idea is that as we finish apartment units, we will go in for individual COs to the building inspector. So while we're gonna build the project all at once as quickly as possible, we're gonna do a phased occupancy approach. So as soon as one building's done and being able to be occupied, or if it's done by unit or done by floor, every town and every building inspector is different. We'll go in for multiple COs. So we might go in for, you know, building 1 CO and the clubhouse CO. And then 6 months may go by, and then we'll go in for a CO for the next building. So I think the spirit of the condition was to have it done, or most of these, right?
Yeah, I think all.
Was to have it done by the end of construction, which is issuance of a CO, but we just wanted to say final to make it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, final
That's what I was thinking,
certificate.
too.
You're talking building by building, not floor by floor though, right?
Whatever the building inspector allows,
It's
and I
Building
don't.
by building.
Okay.
Yeah.
However,
I don't know either.
however, yeah, whatever he'll allow.
Whatever Gus wants.
Bedroom by bedroom, right?
I don't think
So
I get
that's fine. I think
I've
54
gotten
can
floor
be
by floor before.
final certificate of occupancy, noting that the 2-year monitoring period may occur after any certificate of occupancy, right? Because you'll be monitoring as they continue.
Yep, I think that makes sense.
With these six, I just wanted to talk about real quick for your O and M plan, because if you're having people living in building A and B and you're gonna have basins up and running, we really need an O and M plan. So,
Okay.
Makes sense.
that one's nuanced.
Yeah, I guess specifying, yeah, how do you specify which or at what point?
Can you do operations and maintenance plans for resources associated with each building as a certificate of occupancy is, or do they not line up that cleanly?
I don't know that they line up that discreetly.
Okay, got it, okay.
Let's see.
It could just say something like, provided that buildings are occupied and, infrastructure, stormwater infrastructure is being utilized.
There you go.
Yeah, and this is, so, this would include also any mowing,
Right.
dock storage.
Yeah,
So, you know, I think the idea is these are things that will be built and potentially functioning prior to your final CO.
Okay.
it's just, I don't want to have you duplicate work, right? Because I don't want you to have to submit multiple O and M plans, but truly, if people are living on site, there should be an O and M plan.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm just trying to brainstorm the best way to split that out, I guess, maybe something like,
I mean, you had a good point. I mean, are you gonna have the O and M plan for the facility done anyway by the time the first building's getting a CO?
Carlton?
That's a great question. I mean,
Maybe
maybe
if you got the final one done,
Carlton?
Is this just a stormwater O&M?
Yeah, I don't know, is it?
no, I mean,
It,
go ahead. Go ahead, Brie, go
it
on.
should have the restoration plan too, or any mowing around there.
So, AJ, we have the O&M plan done. We can submit like an interim one based on what we need at the time by just deleting sections that aren't needed. It should be fully comprehensive now. I think submitting an interim one, depending on what's completed, is not a huge lift. Is that what you're asking for? Like for?
No, they're just asking for the O and M plan. So we've already the O and M plan is a part of our drainage report, right?
Got the rest
Yes.
of the plan.
and
Yeah, it's section 2 of the drainage report. We
Yeah.
can break it out and submit it.
So it's already submitted.
Yeah, it's submitted when-
But we will be revising the plans through design development and
Right.
probably making tweaks. So yes, we should submit the final O and M plan in the future. And at what time should that be done, Carlton, is the question.
I generally see it required around the, I think we could do it around the first certificate of occupancy. I think that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
All right.
Since we're on the,
Yeah.
But Carlton, I mean, we might CO the whole left side, meaning the west side of the stream first, including the clubhouse. And then we might have the whole east side not done yet. So,
I mean, we still would know what would be required for the O and M, so I don't see it to be any
okay,
difference.
okay, all right.
you have an O and M, a master one, and you have X over here is getting ready to come online.
Right.
You can just reference,
Got
send
it.
in something, hey, we're bringing these units online in
Yeah.
accordance with our
Yeah,
operation. and
like
maintenance
AJ, you
plan.
may have a log sheet of every catch basin on the site, and the ones that aren't completed, as you do in the O and M, just say aren't
Yeah,
constructed
you
yet in the log sheet.
Okay.
Just write a description. of
Okay,
what-
all
if
right.
there's any variance.
I got it. Okay.
and I think thanks for, that's what I was trying to figure out as well, is like you have, say you're building like the western side, and then, you install your catch basin, but now you're kind of coming into the other area of it, which hasn't been developed. So just kind of making sure that you do capture those areas. With that said, with the existing culverts, I'd also like to I'm sure you guys are thinking about it, but also the O&M plan on how those are maintained and you know, just inspected and what frequency to make sure that there's, you know, we have direction of flow on those. You know, I took a look at the one across the street where that plaza is, and it's like, it's just a lot of vegetation. Doesn't look like it's been kept. So I just want to make sure that if you guys are, if those are existing, that they are also maintained properly, because it all works together, so.
Yeah.
And
Carlton.
so, legally, this might be a question for you. Are they allowed to clean and maintain those culverts without filing a notice of intent? That's just neat, right?
If it's in the O&M plan, yes, and I mean, that's typically, I would consider that exempt work, because you're trying to maintain your infrastructure, yes. There's a big debate right now with stormwater basins that have turned wetlands, so as long as you're cleaning it, right, and maintaining it, it won't likely turn into a wetland.
Okay, yeah, so it's in our best interest to get that in the O&M then.
Correct,
Yes.
yes. Yep. Okay, 57, I'll keep
Wait,
the
just-
same
just
then.
before we,
Yeah.
just want to make sure, I mean, a good conversation, anybody else input on? No, so, okay. All right, stay free to lie.
Yep, well, I guess at that point, I would go back to 56 and AJ for your benefit. The applicant shall submit a final operations and maintenance plan to and receive approval from the Conservation Department and or Conservation Commission prior to the issuance of the first certificate of occupancy. The operations and maintenance plan shall provide clarification on a mowing schedule within and or near replication areas and native buffer zone areas, and indicate when and where the dock will be removed and stored in perpetuity from the perennial stream. Contact information for the property manager shall be included in the operations and maintenance plan.
Okay.
57 is a continuance of that. The applicant shall submit a revised operations and maintenance plan and receive approval from Conservation Department and or Conservation Commission for the revised plan that prohibits further alteration within the restoration and mitigation areas in perpetuity, except to maintain those areas prior to the pre-construction meeting, building permit sign off and start of work. Any future maintenance or alteration must receive prior approval from the Conservation Department and Conservation Commission. So that language is what we had before. No mention of occupancy necessarily, but I guess it begs the question then, if you're updating or if you're submitting a final anyways, the first certificate of occupancy, will you be able to do this before the pre-construction meeting? To me, 57 is more important because it's specific to the restoration area, where 56 is more general O&M plan parameters.
I'm thinking off the cuff here.
Yeah.
56 includes language about, you know, mowing in buffer zone
Does.
areas.
Yep.
Does that make more sense to be together with the, with 57 maybe?
I agree. So then 56 could be final and then specific just to the dock. Cause I mean, I care about the dock, but I put, if I'm putting my eggs in a basket, I'd rather put it in the restoration plan or restoration area.
Yeah, and then I think 57 is more O&M for, you know, that you would hand to your landscaper.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, give me just a moment, please. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, so I changed 56 to The applicant shall submit a final operations and maintenance plan to and receive approval from the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission prior to the issuance of the first certificate of occupancy. This iteration of the operations and maintenance plan shall indicate when and where the dock will be removed and stored in perpetuity from the perennial stream. Contact information for the property manager shall be included in the final operations and maintenance plan. 57, the applicant shall submit a revised operations and maintenance plan and receive approval from the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission for the revised plan that prohibits further alteration within the restoration and mitigation areas in perpetuity, except to maintain those areas, such as a mowing schedule within and/or near replication areas and native buffer zone areas prior to the pre-construction meeting, building permit sign-off, and start of work. Any future maintenance or alteration must receive prior approval from the Conservation Department and Conservation Commission. And then 58, while I'm reading here, is also related to the O&M plan for snow storage.
And that's what we talked about last time.
Yeah, we had discussed that one. I think that is,
Okay.
I think that's fine. I mean, it's just basically,
What's on the plan?
yeah, it's just reiterating that snow will go through the treatment train before it goes anywhere.
Yes.
Right.
Not to derail the
Just how it's
conversation of
designed.
occupancy, because there are two other conditions that talk about occupancy. I just want to make sure that these that are specific to the O&M plan make sense then, since we
Just-
changed one. and they-
One last second.
Okay.
Nicole, I know you had concerns about snow removal. Is that, you comfortable with that?
I wish it was a little further back, but.
Okay.
Should the culvert maintenance be put into, condition 57 with the mowing schedule and the pre-construction condition?
It's typically, usually already included in an O&M plan. But I can, which is the difference between 57, which is landscaping, so to speak, which is what Chris was saying, versus a different O&M plan.
So I think this is
I
very
can-
confusing. We talk about 3 O&M plans in 56, 57, and 58. I think it's the same O&M plan, right?
Yeah,
It's
different-
revised. It's a revised O&M plan.
And
Yep.
they're not in chronological order either. The last one is listed first. I don't know. That's confusing to me.
That's what I was.
But if they understand it,
I'm a little confused
Yeah.
myself, to be honest.
yeah, it's like, are we talking about different annexes within the O&M plan? And
If Chris and Carlton get it, then, okay.
I think it makes sense to me, in my reading of it. I kind of see 56 as more of a,
Landscapers, right?
oh, well, 57, I think, is that one.
I'm sorry, yeah.
I almost think that that's something I would write.
But it's
Talking about
called-
Yes.
mowing frequency.
But it's called the same thing in all 3 cases.
Yeah, why don't you add, I mean, why, maybe just we add like a word or two to clarify what the O&M plans in each scenario are for. So like 57 relate to landscaping, I guess.
Bring it up.
And then 56 relates to stormwater, right?
56 relates to your final. So it's the same plan, it's just different revisions, and it's broken out per action. So it makes it more palatable than having an entire block of text here that maybe someone might glaze over as they're reading. Happy to write that 57 is more relating to the replication area and the landscape. 56 is just a final operations plan, which is stated here, with your dock, right? Because I'm imagining that's gonna be one of the final things that you do. And then snow removal as well, or snow storage as well. I mean, I guess that could go into 56. And I'm happy to put them in chronological order, but many conditions are written this way. And as you tack them on and you add on different things, Sometimes things that should be at the top, for example, like erosion controls, get added to the end. Because it's a conversation that happens at the end.
I mean, it's all written down and described,
Correct.
so we don't have to, chronological order isn't gonna do anything for you.
Correct.
So you just gotta read what you gotta do when you gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not make it any more complicated than we have to. Already have.
Yeah, we're fine with it.
Okay. Thank you for the compliment, by the way, Chris Federley. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Are you good, Michael?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I think we, you know, having written some of these when Brigalai was away, you know, what I found is a lot of time you do have redundancy, but you're trying to pull out specifics. You know, the way I always thought of, I mean, might make sense to Chris or Brigalai or maybe us sitting here, but you've got some guy on a tractor with his lawnmower started thinking, all right, what should I cut? You want to make sure he knows. You know, so you kind of, I mean, I don't know, Brigalai, that's kind of my takeaway from you is really boiling it down so that somebody on site, you know, they get a, you know, 3-page document. Or I mean, that's just kind of how I thought it. Doesn't make it right or wrong, but kind of helped me get my mind around it. So I just,
Yeah, I mean, it's confusing, but
yeah.
I guess it,
But I mean, there's some repetition, right? Because it is one overall O&M plan, but it can be nice to call out specifics that are important.
Repetition's all right, because if it's up here, there's no reason why you shouldn't put it down here, because the guy's gonna read it, and he says, well, didn't you read the first one up there?
100%,
Then
right?
say it again.
Yeah.
okay.
So, I mean, doesn't make it right or wrong, but just kind of a perspective, that's all.
So I guess when you guys develop the O&M plan, you're gonna have like a section in there like snow removal and all, like, it's gonna be broken down.
Right,
So, and then that's
yes.
gonna be, we're gonna have to look at that too. Like,
Yes.
So really it's, you know, we just spelling out the hard things that we want on this, but how you organize it, that, as long as it's in there, I think
Yeah.
that would make sense to whoever's, you know, maintaining your properties or whatever.
Absolutely, no, that makes sense to me too.
One thing, since, you know, since we're in the topic of snow and we've had a good significant amount here, just a thought, you know, if it hasn't been thought about it already, when you remove snow, you know, you've seen the DPW, they're clearing out the sidewalks now. They have these big machines, you know, they basically, they don't dump it in the street, but they dump it in our property. But, just something just to ensure that snow does not get basically dumped on the wet, you know, the stream side. Just make sure it's on your property as far away as that, you know. Because I think you have walkways in there.
I think that's gonna be the next condition.
Okay, so, okay.
Well, we also have a condition in our comprehensive permit that's specific, very specific to that too. And we also have a note on our plans that says, well, it's on the snow storage plan, but not that plan. All right.
I did not mean to derail on the O&M plan, but there also are 2 additional conditions that talk about occupancy. We want to wrap that up. So the next one would be 60. This is the Chapter 91 license. I'm assuming that would be prior to final certificate of occupancy. I'm assuming the dock is probably one of the last things.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
yes, please.
And then, signage for the replication and native buffer zone areas.
Yeah.
I'm assuming realistically it's going to be final certificate of occupancy, but I still think if you are having people on site, you need to denote this is an area that they cannot recreate in.
Okay, we've already submitted the signage though, on the
Yeah,
plan.
you have, we did talk about that, but it's in installing signage.
Okay, so do you wanna just leave the last sentence then and delete everything above it?
That is fine. Still begs the question though, if people are living on site, how are we going to make sure that they're not recreating in the rest?
Oh, that's fine. You can just put first CO.
Okay. Do you, off the top of your head, either of you know the plan set that shows the signage?
It's landscape,
Otherwise, I
yeah,
can-
it's the landscape set.
Thank you. That helps me search for it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's the last couple of sheets of the big plan set.
Okay. Okay, give me. I'm gonna have to come back and do the title and the date on that, but, you can continue talking about your other conditions. I don't hold you up.
So I think that was all that we had left to discuss on our to-do list, I think. The couple of COs, that was all that we had left here that we haven't already hit on. But, you know, if there's anything else that the commission wanted to talk about on these, we're happy to.
Well, your question, Louis, made me think, will you be using salt to de-ice sidewalks close to the river?
I'm pretty sure there's a condition in the comp permit that at least prohibits sodium de-icing.
There is,
Yeah, we did talk
Yeah.
about sodium. Is that what you're thinking?
and we have a condition already listed about salt,
Okay, thank you.
Actually, in the standard conditions, right?
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
No rock salt.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay, good call.
yeah. But, you know, these are closer to the water than normal
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's no bylaws in effect here.
Can't be any worse than the pattern up on the streets right now, anyhow, right?
So the condition for rock salt states that no rock salt, sodium chloride, this is ours, ZBA does actually have, salt conditions as well. But ours is no rock salt can be used on paved surfaces within 100 feet of wetland resource areas. Other de-icing chemicals may be used with the prior written approval of the Conservation Commission and only after a formal review of the proposed substance. Again, I have administrative authority for that too. Signs submitted to and approved by the Conservation Commission shall be posted at the site stating this is a no salt zone. The Conservation Commission shall not grant perpetual use of any salt alternative chemical for the site. Again, that's shall not grant. This condition will be noted on the certificate of compliance and will continue in perpetuity. So typically the commission has not conditioned signs. Again, this is just one of those languages that we have, but no rock salt, 100 feet.
Thank you, Bricolai.
Yep.
One point of clarification, because I will admit I have not memorized all of our standard conditions yet. With the potential to go to non-biodegradable silt control, do we have a condition for their removal upon completion of construction?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
we sure do. Yep. I can, removal of barriers, number 44, no sedimentation barrier may be removed without the prior approval of the commission or its staff. Commissioner Stoltz, since you are new to the board as well, I don't know if you've seen the commissioner's info folder on Google Drive. All the standard special conditions are in there as well.
But I think you might have been asking the opposite.
That says you can't remove them.
Yep,
But do
I'm
we-
sorry, wasn't that what you were
No,
asking?
that they have to be removed.
Oh, so that is with the certificate of compliance.
Okay.
That is wrapped up in that process. Yep. And they can't remove them until I give approval at the certificate of compliance.
And then they
Yeah.
have to remove them.
Then they have to remove them, correct?
Just make sure that's clear.
Good question.
Yep.
All right, any questions on anything else on the project? Okay. You guys are, any questions? There's nobody in chambers, but on Zoom? All right, given that, Richard, you want to give us a motion to close the public hearing on 444 East Central Street?
I certainly will.
Chair LePage,
Yes, yes.
I believe, I should read
I
the
guess-
conditions.
Yeah, now that we've got them all, yeah, good catch, thank you.
I just have to I only just connected to VPN and opened up that landscape plan, so just give me 1 second if you don't mind, so I
Sure.
can finish writing the
Yep.
title and date.
So he's faster.
So our first meeting was May 1st,
Of 24,
25.
I mean, of 25. Huh, okay.
It's been a
Been
long,
a long time.
It's been a long slog.
Certainly has.
Thanks for sticking with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it.
We got a lot done. I
We
mean,
did,
Yeah.
We did.
It's a tricky area.
We did.
When you gonna start?
Tomorrow.
I wish it was tomorrow. We got some stuff to sort out, but hopefully we'll sort it out swiftly and then we can get started. So
Well, our snow isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Not this week, anyhow.
I think we dodged a bullet with that next storm. It's
Yeah, I
just
think so.
down to not much. Oof. Do you guys rake your roofs at all? Do you do that?
I gotta do that tomorrow.
Did you find it, Bricolage?
I did, and I got this. a little bit
Yes,
off.
it was having a hard time opening, so I'm just taking what it's called.
yeah, I know. That's actually all. His plans are always, they always have that problem. I don't know why, but it's only with Braden's plans, and I don't know why. It's something to do with how he does his layering in CAD.
Oh, when
All
it
right.
takes like 5 minutes to open?
Yeah,
I
no,
wanted to try
it's,
to open that.
and it's only his plan set. Everyone else's plan set, I can open it in a second. Braden's, it's
I was looking at that
the
snow
way he does the
storage.
layering.
Got like 3
Yeah,
errors.
those, when you add the
Okay.
layers.
So before I reread all of them, I just want to confirm that 63 relating to signage for the restoration area. The applicant shall install signage for the replication area per the plan set titled Civil and Landscape Set Final 06/12/25, dated June 12th, 2025, prior to the first certificate of occupancy.
I've got a different revision date. I'm not sure.
That's okay. What is the final one that
I've
you
got,
have?
this is sheet L0 of the plan set,
Yeah.
dated October 29th, 2025, prepared by Kyle Zick, Landscape Architecture.
Yeah, their confusion is it's within the Allen and Major
Oh, yeah.
set. Because that's how the zoning board wanted us to file it, was
Yeah, what is-
Okay.
site plans as in landscape and civil, and then architectural plans in its own set.
What was his company again? I know I
It's
met
Ky-
him on site.
It's Kyle Zick, it's KZLA.
KZLA. KZLA. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that's still the plan set though, right?
What do you have,
Just-
the civil and landscape set?
Yeah.
You're going to the first sheet?
Well, I mean,
I mean, sheet
it just,
LO.
it's
sheet
called
L0.
revised comprehensive permit
Oh, that's why I don't.
plans dated October 29th, 2025, sheet LO.
Okay.
L0.
Now I don't feel so bad because it's a ZBA plan set. Mm. Sheet LO.
So it's interesting because the meeting minutes from last one was October 31st.
Sheet LO.
So that's why I was, the restoration plan, so I'm confused.
Okay. The applicant shall install signage for the replication area per sheet LO prepared by KZLA from plan set titled Revised Comprehensive Permit Plan dated October 29th, 2025, prior to the first certificate of occupancy.
Yeah.
I think that'll get us there.
Okay. All right. From the top. This is the updated special conditions for 444 East Central Street. Standard special conditions 19, 21 through 22, 24 through 51. With additional special conditions 52, the applicant shall submit a notice of intent with the Environmental Protection Agency and a stormwater pollution prevention plan. These plans must be submitted to and acknowledged of receipt by the Conservation Director and/or Conservation Commission prior to the pre-construction meeting and building permit sign-off. 53, starting with the commencement of construction and continuing until the completion of all construction activities at the site, the applicant shall conduct inspections once every 14 calendar days and within 24 hours of the occurrence of a storm event that produced 0.25 inches or more of rain within a 24-hour period, or within 24 hours of a snowmelt discharge from a storm event that produced 3.25 inches or more of snow within a 24-hour period. SWIP reports must be provided to the Conservation Director and/or Commission as they are issued. 54, wetland replication efforts shall be completed per this order of conditions prior to the issuance of the final certificate of occupancy, noting that the 2-year monitoring period may occur after any certificate of occupancy is issued. As an as-built plan and letter from the presiding wetland scientist certifying the successful completion and installation of the wetland replication shall be submitted to and approved by the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission.
Can I ask back on 53, we talked about that being 24 business hours. Should we have that in there?
I mean, the 24-hour period, while the EPA, yes, says you don't have to go on a weekend, that is actually standard language as well.
Well, I know the applicant was concerned about that.
Yeah, so, we agree.
Are they still concerned?
Carlton?
Sorry, what was that again?
For condition 53 with the language 24-hour period, would you like me to explicitly state that you don't have to go on the weekends? The question is,
Yeah, you probably should, because this is more stringent than what the EPA guidance is, so it should be noted in here.
Thank you for bringing that up.
yeah, then give me a moment, please. Would you mind taking, well, it'll be a couple minutes because I need to pull up the EPA guidance. I'm going to reference what that says, what Louis had written. So I just need to pull that up and then change this condition.
Do you want me to?
So so
It's,
I can look it up. I have my email. It's just going to take me a second.
the standard recommended stormwater inspection frequency, well, I want to see where it references.
Yeah, so they say with the regard to the requirement to conduct an inspection within 24 hours of the occurrence of a storm event. So, I mean, that's what they write. But if a project's normal business
There it is.
hours are Monday through Friday, would an inspection be required on Sunday? So inspections are only required during a project's normal working hours.
So let's use,
So,
yeah.
So that's, I mean, that's written up in the SWIP as well, but for posterity, I changed it to starting with the commencement of construction and continuing until the completion of all construction activities at the site. The applicant shall conduct inspections once every 14 calendar days and within 24 hours of the occurrence of a storm event that produced 0.25 inches or more of rain within a 24-hour period, or within 24 hours of a snowmelt discharge from a storm event that produced 3.25 inches or more of snow within a 24-hour period within the project's normal working hours.
There you go.
I actually would change that to say inspections to occur within the project's normal working hours. SWIP reports must be provided to the Conservation Director and our Commission as they are
So
issued.
she just put the EPA, so that's good. Good call.
Shall I continue?
Yep.
Okay. 54, wetland replication efforts shall be completed per this order of conditions prior to the issuance of the final certificate of occupancy, noting that the 2-year monitoring period may occur after any certificate of occupancy is issued, An as-built plan and letter from the presiding wetland scientist certifying the successful completion and installation of the wetland replication shall be submitted to and approved by the Conservation Director and/or Conservation Commission. 55, having been vetted by the submittal of the NOI, review and comment at public hearings and revised director and commissions and revised by the director and commission's peer reviewers, the work will fully comply with the parameters set forth 310 CMR 10.554B. 55.1, the surface area of the replacement areas, in parentheses, replication areas, shall be equal to or more than that of the area that will be lost. 55.2, the groundwater and surface elevation of the replacement area shall be approximately equal to that of the lost area. 55.3, the replacement area shall have an unrestricted hydraulic connection to the same water body or waterway associated with the lost area. 55.4, the replacement area shall be located within the same general area of the water body or reach of the waterway as the lost area. 55.5, at least 75% of the surface of the replacement area shall be reestablished with indigenous wetland plant species within 2 growing seasons and prior to said vegetative reestablishment. Any exposed soil in the replacement area shall be temporarily stabilized to prevent erosion in accordance with the standard U.S. Soil Conservation Service methods. 56, the applicant shall submit a final operations and maintenance plan to and receive approval from the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission prior to the issuance of the first certificate of occupancy. This iteration of the operations and maintenance plan shall indicate when and where the dock will be removed and stored in perpetuity from the perennial stream. Contact information for the property manager shall be included in the final operations and maintenance plan. 57, the applicant shall submit a revised operations and maintenance plan and receive approval from the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission for the revised plan that prohibits further alteration within the restoration and mitigation areas in perpetuity, except when to maintain those areas, such as mowing, such as a mowing schedule within and/or near replication areas and native buffer zone areas. I'm sorry, I would like to pause real quick because I really don't like how that flows. Except when to maintain those areas. All right, I would like to start back at the top of 57. The applicant shall submit a revised operations and maintenance plan and receive approval from the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission for the revised plan that prohibits further alteration within the restoration and mitigation areas in perpetuity, except when to maintain those areas. A mowing schedule within and/or near the replication areas and native buffer zone areas shall be included. This revision shall be submitted prior to the pre-construction meeting, building permit sign-off and start of work. Any future maintenance or alteration must receive prior approval from the Conservation Department and Conservation Commission. 58, the applicant shall submit a revised operations and maintenance plan and receive approval from the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission for the revised plan that prohibits snow storage in any areas where the meltwater may enter wetland resource areas without treatment in perpetuity. 59, all snow storage must occur outside of the 100-foot buffer zone to bordering and isolated vegetated wetlands and in the same location and/or square footage amount as depicted on the plan titled Snow Storage Plan Sheet C105A and Sheet C105B dated October 29, 2025, unless otherwise approved by the Conservation Commission. Any changes to the snow storage plan must be submitted to and approved by the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission. Snow storage shall not exceed the amount shown on the plan titled Snow Storage Plan Sheet C105A and Sheet C105B, dated October 29, 2025. The applicant must provide location and signage denoting snow storage on site in perpetuity. 60. If applicable, the applicant shall provide to the Conservation Department and Conservation Commission a copy of the Chapter 91 license for the approved dock, should it be installed prior to a final certificate of occupancy. Otherwise, said licensure shall be provided upon installation. That's redundant. I'm going to read 60 again. If applicable, the applicant shall provide to the Conservation Department and Conservation Commission a copy of the Chapter 91 license for the approved dock should it be installed prior to a final certificate of occupancy. 61, the applicant shall provide contact information to the Conservation Department and Conservation Commission for the licensed herbicide applicator conducting invasive species management prior to a pre-construction meeting, building permit sign-off, and/or start of work. 62, if the invasive species management does not meet the parameters of success per the approved invasive species management plan, a certificate of compliance will not be issued. Instead, further invasive species management may be required with approval by the Conservation Commission. 63, the applicant shall install signage for the replication area per sheet L00 prepared by KZLA from plan set titled Revised Comprehensive Permit Plan dated October 29th, 2025, prior to the first certificate of occupancy. 64, should the 444 East Central Street property be sold prior to the completion of the replication areas and/or the issuance of a certificate of compliance, the applicant shall notify the Conservation Department and/or Conservation Commission between 14 and 30 calendar days prior to sale closure to schedule a technical review with the buyer and Conservation Department and/or Commission to ensure compliance with this order and restoration plan and the successful future implementation of the replication areas. 65, the applicant shall utilize plantings no less than 3 gallons for plants proposed within the replication area unless otherwise granted approval to use other sizes by the Conservation Director and/or Conservation Commission. 66, the applicant shall provide a construction sequence and schedule and acknowledge to the Conservation Director and/or Conservation Commission prior to the pre-construction meeting and/or start of work. And receive acknowledgement of receipt. Hold on, shall provide a construction sequence and schedule. I'm just gonna do this. And schedule for conservation. If Chris and AJ, if you're okay with it, if you provide it, that's fine. It's gonna go into the folder anyways. There isn't really any acknowledgement that I need to give.
Yeah. I think that's fine with us. We'll provide it and assume that you will acknowledge it anyway.
Well, you would, yes, and commissioners, for what it's worth, every pre-construction meeting we talk about a construction sequence and schedule. So that's pretty standard. 67, the applicant shall pay for all post-permit peer review, post-permit inspections, and post-permit legal fees associated with document review and approval as outlined in the Zoning Board of Appeals decision, section C2, dated December 31st, 2025. And then the 2 new ones. 68, the applicant shall utilize and install erosion controls per plan titled Erosion Control Exhibit dated January 22nd, 2026. The applicant may install biodegradable erosion and sedimentation controls throughout the entire site per the plan at their discretion. Erosion control barriers must be installed, inspected, and approved by a professional engineer or licensed wetland scientist. Before any work commences, including any land and/or vegetation cutting, removal, or disturbance, said professional shall submit to the Conservation Commission a written statement confirming the erosion control barriers are installed according to the approved plan. The statement shall be signed and stamped by said professional. And 69, once constructed.
I'm sorry, this is Colin, you mind if I interrupt you? On
Yep.
68, the
Yep.
third sentence, I think it should be upon installation of the erosion control barriers, would be inspected and approved by the engineer, they wouldn't be
Yeah,
installed.
you're not installing it. That's true. See, commissioners, this is why I said we should go through our stuff when we do.
Oh, yeah.
This is why. Yeah. There you go. And then 69, once construction begins, the commission must receive a written report with respect to the project's with respect to the project's conformance to the orders of, oh my gosh, our language is bad. To the project's conformance to the order of conditions every April and October from a professional consultant, e.g. engineer or wetland scientist, until a certificate of compliance is issued. I'm sorry for my bread machine beeping in the background. And that is it.
All right, so we're good. You guys, all good? All right.
Yes, we are good.
Any other comments, questions?
Actually, Chair LePage, I did have a question. Was the beta fee, this is for Chris and AJ.
Yeah, the $2,000 beta fee that we were out.
Yeah, I didn't have the chance to clarify the numbers, Ricolai.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'm happy to, I'm happy to double check the numbers, and obviously if we owe you guys
okay.
peer review funds, we'll provide them. I just didn't get a chance
That's
today to
fine.
go through all the checks we've cut. I mean, I could probably do it in like 10 minutes, but I don't know if you want to waste everyone's time for that.
That is fine.
Do we wanna
So
just-
commissioners, typically we do not issue
Do you want to
permits without funds, however.
Do you want to condition it?
Well, hang on a second, because I think we're misunderstanding things a little bit. We're of the understanding that we've paid all outstanding peer review funds, Ricolai.
Yes, and I understand that. What I was going to say is that typically though, there is I have 21 days to file any decision, so I'm not necessarily saying to wait those full 21 days, but we have a grace period, commissioners, where I can figure out our financial situation.
Yeah, and
There's been
I would never shortchange you guys on peer review funds, obviously. Like if we owe money for peer review funds, we'll give you the check. I just don't.
That's fine.
I don't think either of us have done the accounting to confirm whether we owe funds, but I
understand.
know I've paid every request for peer review payment that you guys have given us. That's why I'm pretty confident that we don't owe any peer review funds, because I've paid every request I've been given. I've paid it very, very, very quickly, because peer review stopped until you pay it. So
I agree with that. So for the commissioners that don't know, while I was on leave, things got put on hold, let's just say for posterity's sake, with funds and fees, and it's been about 4 weeks to 8 weeks of me trying to sift through it. So trying to track down a very small amount for this specific project. As far as conditioning it, that's something that Chair LePage, you can ask the applicant for.
But I like your idea better. I mean, we've got the 21 days till permitting. I think that gives us enough
And
control.
I will put on record that the commission does not approve permits if there's outstanding fees. However, on this instance, because it is something that we are handling internally from our side, I can't guarantee that it hasn't been paid either. So I am sure people in the ether are also up in arms about that, but we are here. With that being said, however, I will say, I believe they're in, no disrespect to you, AJ or Chris, but I still have to sign off on building permits, and if there are outstanding funds, there is another roadblock on that side.
I know about that one.
So actually, commissioners, there are some fail-safes.
Trust me, I'm not trying to get out of a $2,000 difference
I don't think you are.
of opinion on who owes money. I just know every request that I've been given for peer review funds, I've paid it, because peer review has stopped.
I understand.
So
And
that's why I'm
also-
confident I've paid every request for peer review funds. So if our math's off, I haven't been given the request.
I don't think we have to worry about it too much.
Yeah, and I'm
If
gonna.
you try to,
Yeah, I'm gonna pay,
short us,
I'm gonna pay the
there'll
2,000.
be other consequences.
If you're short $2,000, I'm gonna pay it. It's not.
I also want to tell the commissioners that I only discovered this on Tuesday, and I only emailed everything to AJ yesterday. So, it's not, I will take the responsibility as conservation director, but
we're good.
I think we've got
Okay.
a couple of checks.
He's invested a little bit, so I'm sure
Today's
he's-
Thursday. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday.
it was yesterday.
Sorry.
And I don't technically work until 3 on Wednesdays, so it was at the end of the
I
day.
am sorry. I honestly did not see it till today.
That's fine.
But thanks for the explanation,
Okay.
Bricolai. But, yeah.
Thanks. It's nothing like being on public television.
This,
But it's public information.
This
so,
is
yeah.
no biggie. We'll
Yeah.
we'll
We've
figure
got some
that one. We'll
fail-safes.
figure that one out. That's not a
Okay.
big deal, just in my opinion.
Quick clarification.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you may continue. Go ahead.
Well, thank you, Bricolai.
So just a
Yeah.
clarification on the date of the restoration and replication mitigation plan. I have to go back to the folders. So you have like revision dates. The initial one was the April 17, 2025. The last one we have, there's like 3 revisions after that. It's October 31st, 2025 is the date. I think I heard 29th or something. So just want to make sure we're matching dates on.
So the civil and landscape plan sets, I think, were the 29th.
Yes.
The restoration, replication, mitigation plan was the 31st.
Okay, so 2 different
they were-
documents.
They were separate, and
Okay.
they were separated by 2 days, I guess.
Got it. But that information is transcribed into the plans, so.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the
Okay.
plans,
Just 2 different documents.
yeah, 2
One's
different documents. I think the
Same
commissions refer to
information.
them correctly.
Got it. Okay.
Good catch. Anybody else? All right. Richard?
We're gonna close the
Actually,
public.
I'm sorry. Can I make one more comment?
Please,
I just have one comment, and it's because I'm so anxious about this whole ordeal. I want to make it clear that
Right.
it's not just TAG Environmental that
Yeah.
I'm investigating fees for,
Wait, how about
or not.
Bricolai? I actually have the check with me.
Okay.
So I will give you the check. You can double check your accounting. If
Any outstanding funds get returned.
yes, so I will give you guys the check tonight before we close the hearing, and then
Thank you, AJ.
okay, and then you'll double check the books, and I'll double check the books as well on my side, and then you can
Yeah.
return the funds to me. Okay?
Correct.
I have to go to my
Okay,
car and
thank
grab the check because I forgot.
Okay.
One
Did
second.
you lock your card?
Yeah. I always do. It's a habit.
Thank you. Woo!
So we can probably close the public hearing at least, right?
Right.
Correct, you can.
All
Yep.
right. Richard?
Really?
Yeah. It's time for real.
I'd like to make a motion that we close the public hearing for 444 East Central Street.
Second.
All right.
Vote to close the public hearing.
Vote to close.
Vote to close.
Close?
Close.
Close.
Abstain.
Good call. Do we want to wait till AJ comes back?
I'm leaving that up to you guys.
I mean, I hate for him not to be here, right?
We know.
Give them the 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
How far do you park?
444.
It's pretty icy.
Yeah, out back.
It's icy. I'm
Yeah.
cautious of.
He's running a quick mile.
He left his briefcase here, so we know he's coming back.
Yeah.
Watch the checkbook be there.
Yeah, it's totally in the briefcase.
Okay. I just gotta sign it real quick.
Thanks, AJ.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hand, the.
To
Mr.
Tyler, please, if you
Okay,
don't
I'm
mind.
gonna hand Tyler
That'd be great.
the check. It's for $1,935.52, Bricolai.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Tyler, please don't cash that yet.
No problem.
I mean,
Okay. Appreciate you doing that. All right. So with that, Louis, you want to give us a motion to approve the NOI for 444 East Central Street?
I give you a motion to approve the NOI for 444 East Central Street.
I'll second that.
All right, Richard?
I'll vote to close. I'll vote to approve, not close. Close.
Close. Approve.
Vote to approve?
I'll vote to approve too.
Okay. Vote to approve?
Approve?
Approve.
Approve.
Abstain.
All right, motion's approved. Gentlemen, thank you guys.
Thank you
Appreciate all
very,
the
very
work.
much.
Yeah.
Thank
A lot
you.
of work went into it.
Yes, sir, from both sides.
Yep.
Thank you very, very much. Sincerely appreciate all your time, all your hard work and patience in dealing with us, and it's been a pleasure working with you guys, so thank you very
Made
much.
some good
Likewise.
progress. Be a good site. Thanks, guys. All right.
Thank you, Bricolai.
thank you.
Thanks, Tyler.
All righty.
Have a good one.
Yeah, talk to you guys later.
Thank you.
I'll be back.
Yeah, figured, right. Thanks, Chris. All right, with that, we will open the NOI for, actually, did Derek request a continuance Bricolai?
Yes, you still have to open the hearing though, because it's
I guess
scheduled for
we still
today.
open it, yeah. We'll open the NOI for Nichols Drive Prospect Street culvert repair. We did have a request for continuance. So, Michael, you want to give us a motion to continue the NOI for Nicholas Drive Prospect Street culvert repair to February, hold on, is it the 6th?
That's,
The
no, it's
12th?
the next one. 12th.
12th, wow. That was way off. Yeah, 12th.
Okay, I'll give you a motion to continue the NOI for Nicholas Drive Prospect Street culvert repair to 7/01
Yes, sir.
on 12 February.
Yep.
Second.
All right.
Vote to continue.
Vote to continue.
Vote to continue?
Continue?
Continue.
Continue.
Abstain. Right, I think I have to, because
Yeah, I guess,
I
yeah, that
wasn't-
did start, yeah.
Yeah, it started before me,
You're right,
so
now.
way-
Good job. Yep, that's right, thanks. All right, now we'll open the NOI for 1199 West Central Street.
Hi, this is Jean Christie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, Gene, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. So last week we talked, we had a few things we were looking at, condition-wise, but anything you wanted to lead off with?
No. I don't think we've had anything happen over the past couple of weeks since I last spoke with you all. I think we were only really looking to talk about conditions tonight.
Yes. Before we get to that, any questions from the commission? Okay. Bricolai, I think we've got conditions for this, right?
Yes, I can read them in. Special condition 20 through 41, 44, 46 through 50. And then I just condition number 52, 52. Line and survey data on site plan tiled Gorelick Farms flooding resiliency improvements dated and revised January 8th, 2026, approved only for this project, which should satisfy the PLS discussion.
So if you remember, we had a request for a variance for the PLS stamp, and we looked at that. Actually, do you want to?
Yeah, so, and I think it's, on the application itself, and just the interpretation and definition of that is just, if an applicant coming in and not having sufficient information, this applicant just having a lot of references on that, obviously they mapped out quite a significant amount of on the plans and the data, so I think, we're okay with that, so.
Everybody good with that? Okay, so Bricolai, procedurally, do we approve the variance separately, or just as part of the overall
Yeah, you just vote to approve with variant.
with variances? That's what I thought, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, from the applicant, any questions on that? Concerns with the standard conditions?
I don't know what they are. Haven't seen them, so I don't know what, I know you're referencing, they're your standard conditions, so I mean, we're gonna be fine with them, but,
Would you like us to, we can read a description for each
Yeah.
number if you would prefer, if that would be helpful.
if we could spend a couple minutes, yeah, just looking at them real quick.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They are, if you have our website pulled up handy, they're also on our
Oh,
website.
okay, I haven't done that.
If you want to give me the numbers,
Okay.
I'll read them, Rikolai, if you want.
Oh, sure.
Just to
And I
shake
can,
it up, right?
Yeah, I can drink, I can hydrate here. 20 through 41, 44, and 46 through 50.
20 through 41, 44, 46 through 50, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so here we go. And let me know if you need me to slow down, right? I'll just read through them, so feel free to interject if you have a question. I'll stop after each one briefly, if that work for you?
That works for me.
All right, great. So 20, erosion control barriers. Erosion control barriers must be installed, inspected, and approved by a professional engineer or licensed wetland scientist before any work commences, including any land and/or vegetation cutting, removal, or disturbance. Said professional shall submit to the Conservation Commission a written statement confirming the erosion control barriers are installed according to the approved plan. The statement shall be signed and stamped by said professional. All erosion control barriers must be biodegradable. This biodegradable requirement supersedes any details shown on the plan. Good?
Good.
Okay. Extra silation barriers, an extra 10% of the required biodegradable silation barriers must be stored on-site in the event of emergency or rainstorm, or just storm, not rain, but, good?
Yep.
22, as built, if the order of conditions was based on a plan submitted and stamped by a licensed professional and simultaneous with any written request for a certificate of compliance inspection, the applicant will provide an as-built drawing plan stamp, the same license as the original plan. Any deviation from the approved plan must be demarcated and duly explained.
Okay.
Okay. 23, written conformance reports. Commission must receive a written report with respect to a project's conformance to orders and conditions every April and October from a professional consultant, e.g. engineer or wetland scientist, until a certificate of compliance is issued.
Okay.
24, work performed according to plan, except where modified by the commission. All work must be performed in accordance with the plans and the order of conditions. Any violation of these orders of conditions may result in the applicant being subject to an enforcement order.
Okay.
Cool. Referencing order of conditions, this order shall be referenced in all construction contracts, subcontracts, and specifications dealing with proposed work and shall supersede any conflicting contract requirements. The applicant shall ensure that all contractors, subcontractors, and other personnel performing the permitted work are fully aware of the permit's terms and conditions. Therefore, the contractor will be held jointly and independently liable for any violation of the order of conditions resulting from failure to comply with these conditions.
Right.
All right, cool. 26, I'm going on, what am I going on, till 41, okay. Provision of plans and order of conditions, a copy of the plans and associated order of conditions must be provided to the contractor responsible for the project's construction and completion prior to the commencement of work. Contractor must have a copy of their order of conditions on site at all time while activities regulated by this order of conditions are being performed.
No problem.
Pretty basic, right? Yeah. Approved changes, any changes, alterations, revisions to submitted plans or notice of intent must be approved by the commission prior to their implementation. Failure to comply with this condition may subject the applicant to an enforcement order. The commission finds by a majority vote said changes to be significant and/or to deviate from the revised plans, notice of intent, or order of conditions, that the commission may require that the applicant file a request to amend the order of conditions or a new notice of intent. All changes to the plan must be in accordance with DEP policy 85-4.
Okay.
All right. 28, notification prior to work. Applicant must notify the Franklin Conservation Commission in writing 1 week prior before any activity, including vegetation removal, commences on the project site. Failure to comply with pertinent conditions may result in a directive to cease all activity. In the event that work ceases on the site for a period of time greater than 5 business days and inspections required by this order are stopped, this condition shall again apply prior to commencing work on the site. Compliance with this condition does not relieve the applicant from complying with all other conditions. All conditions requiring additional information prior to commencing construction shall be met prior to submitting said notice.
Okay.
All right. Right to 29, right to impose additional conditions if silation erosion or other adverse impacts to any resource areas occur, the commission reserves the right to impose additional conditions as necessary to protect the interests of the Wetlands Protection Act and the Franklin Wetlands Protection Act bylaw. Good?
Yep.
Okay. Errata as changes, any errors found in the plans or in the information submitted by the applicant should be considered as changes, and the procedures and policies related to plan changes outlined above shall be followed. Pretty easy. Yep. Compliance contact information prior to any work being performed on the site. The applicant shall inform the Franklin Conservation Commission in writing the names, addresses, and business and home phone numbers of both the project supervisor who will be responsible for ensuring on-site compliance with the order and conditions, as well as his or her alternate. The applicant shall notify the commission in writing of any changes to this information as soon as practically possible. Weekly monitor reports at least every other week beginning the first week in construction in which construction activity occurs on site, and for as long thereafter as the ground remains destabilized. The applicant's representative or the contractor must submit a written report to the Conservation Commission. The report must include weekly erosion control inspection logs, details of any remediation activities taken, and descriptions of any deviations from approved plans.
Okay.
Okay. 33, use clean fill. Any fill used in connection with this project shall be clean, meaning it contains no trash, refuse, rubbish, or debris, including but not limited to lumber, bricks, plaster, wire, lathe, paper, cardboard, pipe, tires, ashes, refrigerators, motor vehicles, or parts of any of the foregoing.
Okay.
All right. No straw bales. In order to help prevent the spread of invasive plant species, the use of straw hay bales as a means of erosion control is prohibited.
No
Good.
problem.
35, stockpile maintenance. Any soil areas, including stockpiles, which remain exposed for longer than 30 calendar days, shall be mulched or covered with a short-lived annual herbaceous cover crop.
Okay.
36, clean vehicles. In order to help prevent the spread of invasive species during construction, all vehicles entering or leaving the site will be thoroughly cleaned of accumulated soil or plant materials.
Okay.
37, remedy upon problem identification. If any unforeseen problems occur during construction that affect any of the statutory interests identified in MGLC 13140 and 310 CMR 10.00 and/or the Town of Franklin Wetlands bylaws, the applicant shall immediately notify the Conservation Commission, and a meeting shall be held shortly thereafter between the Conservation Commission, the applicant, and the applicant's licensed professionals, contractor, and any other concerned parties to determine corrective measures to be taken. The applicant shall then implement the agreed-upon corrective measures. In the event of a dispute between the meeting participants, the Commission's judgment shall prevail.
Okay.
Cool. 38, barriers as limit of work. Sedimentation barriers will also serve as a limit of work and no work. Surface alteration shall occur on the resource area side of the barrier except as depicted on the approved plans.
Okay.
39, limit of work marked. The limit of work area shall be clearly marked in the field with said indicators being spaced at intervals no greater than 50 feet. Yep.
Okay.
40, no construction materials, debris, leaves, or other materials should be deposited outside the limit of work.
Okay.
41, inspections and disposal of sediment. To assure the continued effective removal of the sediments, contractor shall inspect the barriers weekly and after each rainfall event determine its condition. At the time of these inspections, accumulated sediments will be removed from the barriers and damaged barriers will be repaired or replaced as necessary. In no event shall silt be allowed to accumulate to a height greater than 1/2 the height of the barriers. Any removed sediment will be moved to and disposed of at a suitable location.
Okay.
Good, okay, then we're on to, I think, 44, right? 44, removal of barriers. No sedimentation barrier may be removed without the prior approval of the commission and staff. Then we're on to 46, stockpile location. No debris, fill, or excavated materials shall be stockpiled within 25 linear feet of the limit of work unless approved beforehand by the commission. At no time shall any debris or other materials be buried or disposed of within wetland resources areas or the 100-foot buffer zone resource areas other than fill that is allowed by the order of conditions as shown on the above reference plan. Good?
Yep.
47, removal of sediment. Any debris, sediment, other material falls and otherwise enters the wetland resource area during the construction period must be immediately removed by hand. 48, no refueling of equipment or truck shall occur within 100 linear feet of any wetland resource area. 49, emergency repairs. There should be no more than a total of 50 gallons of fuel other than what is in vehicles or maintenance chemicals stored in any jurisdictional site at any one time. No routine servicing of vehicles used for this project should be permitted on the site. The Conservation Commission be notified prior to the initiating any emergency repairs to vehicles that must take place in the site. 50, leaks and spills. Any leaks or spills of hazardous materials must be cleaned up immediately and disposed of in an appropriate off-site location in accordance with all federal, state, and local requirements and regulations. Contractor must notify the Conservation Commission with 24 hours of any spillage or leakage of hazardous materials, and must maintain an appropriate amount of absorbent on site.
Perfect, thank you so much.
All right, I think we had 51, last one. Building permit sign off, no land alteration except for installation of erosion controls may begin, and no building permit will be signed by the Conservation Office until such time as stipulations 9 and 20 are complied with and evidence of said compliance received by the Conservation Office. So,
Yeah.
all right, good.
And then 52 about the lines.
Oh, I didn't go to my last page.
That's okay.
Oh, no, I don't have 52 on this one. I'm sorry, could you read that, Rikolai?
I sure can.
I left
More of
out
a
the caboose.
findings, comment.
I can maybe find it.
Oh, man. Give me a second, please.
Something I can find.
I clicked out of it. I went to a different page. This is what happens.
Oh, wait.
Okay, special condition 52, line and survey data on the site plan titled Gorelick Farms Flooding Resiliency Improvements, dated and revised January 8th, 2026, approved only for this project.
All right. So all good?
I'll go to my end.
All right, any questions or comments? Should we read through those again?
I think you should, I don't understand what.
Specifically, was it 50? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Any questions or comments from anybody on Zoom? Okay. With that, Roger, you're up, right?
Close the public.
Yeah, so we're gonna close the public hearing on 1199 West Central Street.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing on 1199 West Central Street.
Second?
Vote to close.
Yep.
Yeah, vote to close.
Vote closed.
Close?
Close.
Close?
Close.
All right, Nicole, do you want to give us a motion to approve the NOI for 1199 West Central Street?
I'll give a motion to approve the NOI for 1199 West Central Street.
All right,
Second?
all right.
Vote to approve.
Vote to approve.
Vote to approve?
Approve?
Approve.
Approved?
Approve.
All right, motion approved. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank you so
your
much.
time and all. Oh, wait, Precolai, did you have something? Saw you waving.
No, I was just waiting to Jean. Thank you, bye.
All right.
Thank you all very much, I appreciate
All
it.
right, thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thanks for working.
Take care.
So with that, we will move on to the NOI for 80 Spring Street.
It looks like Seth is online
Yeah,
here.
yeah, we're just waiting for him. I see Tyler clicking him through the
Got it.
process there. Hey, Seth.
Hey, good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing well. So I'll reintroduce myself quickly. Seth Donahoe with Dillis and Royce of Design Group. I have been with you for the last couple of meetings about Lot 2 on Spring Street, also known as 80 Spring Street. And I believe at the last meeting, there were no technical comments to be addressed. The commission just wanted to do a final check themselves. So I don't have anything additional to present at this time unless the commission has specific questions for me at this point.
No, I think our plan, we'll see what, if any other commissioners have questions, was again, we had, bless you, conditions, and we go through those, but before that, any questions on the project?
No.
Okay. So, let's see. Precolai, do you have, do you have conditions we could go through for Seth?
Yep. So I have special conditions 20 through 41, 43, 44, and 46, 51.
So those are our standard conditions, Seth?
And then I have special condition 52. The buffer zone restoration area shall be monitored by the property owner. or other hired professional for at least 2 growing seasons and shall be deemed successful as outlined in the parameters of the notice of intent filing and site plan prior to any issuance of certificate of compliance.
Comfortable with that, Seth?
Yeah, no issues. I caught your last meeting, so I'm familiar with them at this point.
Okay, good.
Rinse and repeat.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments? All good? Any questions or comments from anybody on Zoom? With that, Matthew, you want to give us a motion to close?
Certainly, I give you a motion to close the public hearing for 80 Spring Street.
Second.
All right.
Vote to close.
Vote to close.
Vote to close?
Close.
Close.
Close?
Close.
All right, Richard, you're back on the wheel. Motion to approve the NOI for 80 Spring Street.
I'll give you a motion to approve the NOI for 80 Spring Street.
Second?
Second.
All right.
Vote to approve.
Vote to approve.
Vote to approve?
Approve.
Approve.
Approve?
Approve.
All right. Vote, motion approved. Seth, thank you for your work with us, and good to go.
Yeah, thank you for your review. Take care.
All right.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Killing them tonight.
This could be the most productive we've ever
I was
been.
going to say.
It's taken a while to get
Well,
here.
hey, we've already gotten 2 new submittals, so don't cheer yet.
Hey, come on, let's feel good at least for tonight.
Please,
Yeah,
no,
we have
No.
a couple weeks to feel.
He's gonna go out and have an ice cream out there.
And the last public hearing is the NOI for Symphony Drive, Tanglewood Estates. We're waiting for, I believe, the peer review, which they need to pay for. So I think they requested a continuance. I don't think we have anybody here. There was no new information, just making,
Yeah.
yeah, so. So, Louis, you want to give us a motion to continue the NOI for Symphony Drive, Tanglewood Estates?
Yeah, I'll give you a motion to continue the NOI for Symphony Drive, Tanglewood Estates for February 12th, 2026 at 7:02.
Yeah.
Second.
All right. Vote to continue?
Vote to continue.
Vote to continue.
Continue.
Continue?
Continue.
Continue?
Continue.
All right. Close the public hearings. We had the minutes for January 15th in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do have some comments on that one. Just because we had the dialogue about the date of the restoration plan, and we voted on it last time, they have it, the minutes have it listed as October 31st.
Okay.
So, and then we were saying that the plan, so I was going, the plan state October 29, 2025. The report itself, the restoration plan, is October 31st. So, so just want to make sure that we're referencing, it's actually, we will be it's, you know, it's actually like 2 documents that we're kind of referencing.
So-
2 different dates. We have the drawings and then we have the report.
So for the record, the restoration plan is dated November 29th, I'm sorry, October. So for the record, the restoration plan is dated October 29th, and the plans that reflect that are dated October.
The report is October 31st. The plans are October 29th.
Can you put it?
Yeah, I will
Thank
email
you,
this information. It's just because, and it's, I
That's
highlighted
important,
it
yeah.
because it's important, because it's, you have to get that reference right. The other thing too is I think there was a mention of putting special conditions that were talked about last meeting. But then also, I don't think I didn't see too much information regarding the whole discussion with the inspections, with the stormwater inspections. So I read the reference from the DEP. I'll copy and paste it. You guys can put it in the meeting minutes.
So yeah, send that to Tyler.
Yep. So I'll send that to you, just to make sure it's on record as well. Or
You
that-
can send it to me,
And
actually.
I'll send it to all of you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Anything else on the? Okay. Thank you, Louis, good catch. I hadn't thought about that, getting that on the record, so good job. Michael, want to give us a motion to approve the minutes for January 15th?
As stated.
With changes as stated.
Good, yeah, please.
Okay, I'll give you a motion to approve the minutes for January 15th, 2026 with changes as stated.
Second. Vote to approve.
Vote to approve.
Approve.
Approve?
Approve.
Approve.
All right, so those are approved. And then we're on to discussion. We thought we'd talk a little bit about Earth Day. I don't know, Roger, if you want to, I kind of liked some of the ideas we
Yeah.
had. So if you want to
Sure.
talk a little bit about that.
This week I received an email from the chair of the Ag Committee stating that they're having an Earth Day at Fairmont Fruit Farms and invited us to be part of their project, or Earth Day, if you will. They're going to have a couple different things going on. One of which they're gonna have tractors there, which would draw people, I know that. I can't really pull up the email right now, but,
So, yeah, it was.
Fairmont Fruit Farm is at the end of Lincoln Street, for anyone who doesn't know, which is down by the Charles River and one of the conservation walks that can be done down to the Charles River. So I thought, it might not be a bad idea to at least discuss it and see if we could get together with another committee in town. We could also just throw it out there, but we could invite the rec committee to be part of it also, but obviously, I don't want them to feel left out, but,
That's good.
you know, it's worth
More the merrier.
discussing, I think.
So, I mean, I think this is kind of a cool idea. Number one, I like old John Deere tractors, so I'm kind of into that. But, you know, a thought was we could have a booth or table, right, at the ag event, and then we could schedule a walk at Riverbend, right? Which is, so it ties into our property, so we kind of have the best of both worlds. But it does, I love Roger's idea of like grouping up with another.
I think that's a very good
I
idea.
love it,
I
right?
mean,
100%.
if going by ourselves sometimes is a little challenging.
Yeah, yeah.
There's plenty of parking up there, I know that.
Oh, that's.
Which has always been a
That's right.
challenge.
You're right.
Yeah. You know, Riverbend's kind of a cool property to walk too, right? So that could be interesting. So,
They will have vendors there selling things. And as Bricolai pointed out, we wouldn't want to do that because the Conservation Committee doesn't do anything where we can profit from it. So we don't want to go down that road, but I'm sure we could get like a booth where we just pass out information for free.
I can bring the table.
we do have the table.
You got the tent too, don't you?
Do you have the tent?
No, I don't have the tent, I just got
I've
the
got it
table.
still, I think, right? I think it's in my garage. So, yeah, that,
Could I-
thought, go ahead, Bricolai.
Oh, no, I didn't know. I want you guys to have your own organic conversation. I just didn't know when was good for me to pipe up.
I think
Is
we're.
now good?
I think we're interested.
Now's good.
Yeah, so now's real good.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Pipe away.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, anyways. So yeah, Riverbend is right next door. These are comments that I had written to Roger and Mark, and then I have a few updates that I wanted to keep as a surprise for everyone else. So
Sure.
Riverbend is right next door. Riverbend does have a forest stewardship plan on it. So actually, before this conversation, I was already working with Mike Downey for free trees for Arbor Day through a riparian buffer grant that he has. Happy to plant those for Earth Day instead. I had actually also reached out to our forester, but my buddy Tom Ashton. He did the forest stewardship plans, and before anybody comes at me, he's my client first. I call him a buddy because he's nice. It's the Southern Canadian in me, if you will. So he was actually already planning on doing some improvements per that forest stewardship plan at Riverbend. So we could rope that in.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
So for planting the trees, is that something residents could do, participants could do? Or is that,
So, let me continue then, yes.
okay,
So because these trees through this grant are very specific, residents could probably do it, but it's also to, yes. But, I also applied for 150 trees through the neighborhood forest program.
wow.
So I haven't gotten approved yet, but to answer your question, Mark, I'm hoping that there are enough trees that people could plant, people could bring home. And then with these trees that we get from Mike Downey, we just wanna make sure that those trees, because they're fitting the maintenance goals of the forest stewardship plan, that they're planted correctly.
That's why.
So I
was
tried
asking.
to balance it by,
Yeah, that's why I was asking, yeah. so-
yeah. I don't know how to articulate it, but I think you're picking up what I'm laying down.
Yep, yep.
So maybe
Um,
we can meet with him ahead of time and he could tell us where they're going to be planted and then maybe we can.
So that's something, that's something that through the forest stewardship plan, I'm already working on. So that's farther down the line. Any alterations to Riverbend, you guys would have to approve. So I don't have anything concrete for you yet. But definitely as we move forward towards the event, you would want to know what's being planted where and have some control of that. I also wanted to say I believe I can get some bluebird boxes that we can put up out there as well.
All right.
So to my next comment, which Roger touched on, so typically for public events like this, we don't, it's not kosher to pair with somebody that is selling something for a profit, because as a government body, right, we're not supposed to be taking funds or make it look like we're taking funds. I understand this is contradictory to the farmer's market. So to Roger's point, you would just be tabling, you'd be putting out information. It would be, AgCom or the farms event, and you would be tabling, not necessarily hosting. But let's say that portion of the day is from 11 to 1, and then Concom would host a hike from 1 to 3, for example. So you're passing the buck on who's hosting versus not, just to make it so that the perception isn't, Concom or the town of Franklin is saying, here, come spend your money at this one location.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's all I had. Any more questions?
I think it'd be fun to shake it up a little bit, something different, right?
Mm.
You
Yeah, I
know,
like it.
yeah. Nice tie-in. We could do it after Ryan Jetty too, right?
Well, that was it, there's no hard feelings from
Yeah.
anybody.
Probably, since it's kind of like Ag Committee's dime, would you want to ask them and see what they kind of invited us, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be more than happy with the committee's blessing to go to their next meeting and say, we're looking upon it positively, and these are some of the things that, like Bricolai just mentioned, we don't want to host it. But, we want to let them know why we don't want to
Yep.
sell anything there or anything like that.
I think that's a great idea, right? Just kind of run through our idea. We'd want to do a table or a booth. We don't want to be involved in the merchandising.
Right.
We'd like to do a hike, and we want to give them a heads up on that, right? We might be peeling we would be peeling people away from the event, so hopefully they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Just, polite to,
Yeah,
so if you want to do that, because you know those guys.
Sure.
If you're okay with that.
yeah,
I think that'd be great, and then balance
All right.
the Ryan Jetty idea. Everybody good with that?
absolutely.
Yeah. You don't mind
Okay.
doing it?
No, I don't.
Okay. If you want a wingman, let me know, but.
Okay, absolutely.
All right.
Do they have a date in mind? I didn't see one in the email. And then, while you look for that, I just want to reiterate again, once I have this figured out with Mike Downey's grant and then, working through the forest stewardship plan, regardless of this event, it has to come before you anyways. So that will be forthcoming. It just happened that this conversation all aligned at the same time.
It was in the stars.
Yeah.
It apparently was. The universe is saying we have to have it there, so.
Yeah. I've got the email and there is no date from
Okay.
her thrown out.
Okay.
To be determined.
But I will say, after texting about it with Tom Ashton today, he said he's gonna be there no matter what. He said he's already gonna bring his daughter again, so he's committed.
Good.
That sounds good. I can keep Earth Day on the agenda again for the next
Yeah,
discussion,
I think
or
that'd be good.
yeah. Okay. Good to me.
We're about an hour and a half early. I mean, we had to talk about something.
Yeah, with how about the bridge?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we.
Is that
That's
moving?
coming.
Contract's been signed, but nothing's happening. I don't know if you've had a chance to go outside yet, Richard, but
We're thinking about naming it Richard's Bridge, but.
But we got a plan to go down and fix it?
yeah, well, you approved what was that, about a month ago? You approved the scope and fee. It takes, it's been taking that long. So now the contract has gone through the attorneys, because you have to sign a contract and the attorneys have to view it.
Okay.
And
So it's
Yeah.
moving, that's all.
Yeah,
it's moving, it's just,
Slowly.
this is government, municipal government work. I mean, I don't, this is what it is. Yeah, no, it's moving. So contracts have all been signed as of actually Tuesday. And so now we're just waiting for, site conditions.
So maybe we'll see a bridge out there at least before I die.
I would think, sometime this hiking season.
You got a date?
Well, remember, they're doing
No, I
a
know.
feasibility. They're looking at everything, not necessarily putting a bridge out there.
No, that's fine. We have to talk about something.
We did.
Look at the bright side, we didn't have to talk about Union Street enforcement.
Are we talking about that like every 60, 90
I
days?
think it was 90, I gotta
When
look
is- when
that,
is the
actually, it
next-
was my job, we gotta look that
No,
up.
you gotta
Union Street.
reissue it, renew it.
That's gotta
I thought it was
die
90
one of these
days.
days.
Yeah, yeah.
It's on my list for the
I
next
thought it was me.
agenda,
Was it you?
to look at the next agenda, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of 305 Union Street, so did anybody get a chance to see the Historical Museum, the great train?
The train thing?
Town set up?
No, I didn't.
305 Union Street's part of that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I think it's up through the end of this month, so it's
Yeah.
not up much longer, but
Yeah.
maybe this weekend, if you're lucky.
The work on that thing is like fantastic. I mean, it's
really
miniature, the guy,
Looking at it.
this mason person, he makes it all out of wood. And I mean, it's to the detail.
And is it the museum?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth looking at it. It really is.
Museum, okay.
It's been in 3 phases. The first phase is the actual Franklin train station, and the second phase is like what's now the condominiums, but it used to be that factory right next to
Oh,
the
yeah.
tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the third phase is 305 Union Street and the paint factory and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and it's amazing.
It's at the Franklin Museum over on,
The old ag.
140, right next to the fire station.
Oh, that, okay. Oh, the historical, okay.
The Historical
okay.
Museum.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. I was thinking the Children's Museum at the Ag Land, but I'm glad I
Yeah.
got past that. So it's the one downtown. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Actually, that's cool.
I'll go see that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Oh, it's
All right.
amazing.
The detail is amazing.
Good deal. Anything else? I feel like we're like
This is,
too early, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, so,
before 9.
Nicole, I think you're up, right? You want to give us a motion to close?
Give you a motion to close the meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, Bricolage.